Have you ever wondered why someone can be thankful that they have a serious disease? What is it about some people that no matter what they're facing or what they're going through life, they just seem always joyful or grateful? My goal here is to help you move, lift weights, eat meat, and have a healthy life, especially if you're someone suffering from a chronic illness like multiple sclerosis. My name is Pedro. I've been living with MS since 2011. Actually, I've been trying my hardest to thrive with MS since 2011. Having an attitude of gratitude is one of the hardest things for me to do. It does not come naturally or easy to me. I actually really struggle with it. When you're facing a significant health challenge, it's easy to become discouraged and think negative all the time. When you're facing a significant health challenge, it's easy to become discouraged and think negative all the time. Especially in a situation where your central nervous system is being attacked, like in multiple sclerosis, there's evidence that not only can your emotions affect your physical well-being, but also your physical well-being literally changes your brain chemistry and can cause a change to your emotions. An attack on your central nervous system can cause anger, resentment, depression, not just because you're upset or you're mentally struggling because you're going through a health challenge, but because literally your brain is under attack. You might be watching this and have recently experienced some of the things that I'm talking about or struggle with it throughout your life. For those of us that have gone through relapses and health struggles, so many people with MS fall into depression. And I'm here to tell you that if you struggle with that, it's actually not your fault. There is evidence to suggest that in high inflammation in your central nervous system in your brain can cause depression. It has actually nothing to do with what you want or not, and really doesn't have anything to do with you. In the same way that you can get sick and run a fever and it's not your fault, you can have an attack of your central nervous system and be depressed, and it is not your fault. So listen to me carefully. In the same way that optic neuritis is not your fault, depression and feelings of anger and resentment might not be your fault either. But it is your responsibility to deal with it once you realize that there is something that you can do about it. So if you're seeing this video and you're struggling with some of these things, what are you going to do next? Are you going to push yourself a little deeper in the pit? Or are you willing to work hard and try to get yourself out? Not everything is within our control, but so much of our life is within our control. The first thing that I want you to do is develop an attitude of gratitude. Be thankful for what you have. It may not be as much as you used to have, it may not be as much as you want, but you have something, and be thankful for it. If you're experiencing physical challenges, I urge you to move your body, I urge you to lift weights, and I urge you to eat a diet high in protein, particularly high in animal fats. Yes, saturated fats are the key to help you live a strong and healthy neurological life. Our brain and nervous system is made of mostly cholesterol. So the idea that we would cut cholesterol out completely is crazy. It's the number one thing that our nervous system needs. It needs saturated fats, it needs cholesterol. Eat those eggs, eat that butter, eat that red meat as much as you want. Eat it, lift weights, and move your body. There's actually evidence to suggest that being grateful for things and having an attitude of gratitude can affect your physical body and can affect your outlook on life. There's some research that says that those who intentionally count their blessings actually have a more positive outlook on life and develop better physical abilities throughout the course of their disease progression. They had higher levels of happiness and lower levels of depression than those that did not literally count their blessings. They are literally counting their blessings. There was a study that took 300 adults and they split them up into thirds. The first group was tasked with writing letters to friends and family expressing gratitude for their friendship and the things that they've experienced with those other people in their life. And that's what they did. They literally sat down and wrote letters expressing gratitude. The second group was tasked with focusing deep thoughts and exploring their negative feelings and thinking through all of their negative feelings, just exploring them out. And the third group was tasked with nothing. Go about your daily life. Those who wrote the letters expressing gratitude to others did far better mental health-wise and physical over the next few weeks after the study was over than the other two groups. But why is that the case? It seems that expressing that gratitude and having that attitude of gratitude releases toxic or sheds toxic emotions from within us and releases toxic thoughts that we were previously holding. For those of us with MS, there can be so much resentment and anger built in from a disease, from living with a disease that we didn't ask for, we don't deserve, and that no one can really understand. It doesn't mean that we don't strive for more or want more out of life or out of ourselves or out of our partners or our jobs or anything else. That's not what it means. It means that we are grateful for what we have. If you can walk, be grateful that you can walk and want and hope to run. If you can stand and sit, be grateful that you can stand and sit, but hope to walk. If you can run, be grateful that you can run and walk and stand and sit, but hope to lift weights and hike and swim and lead an active, adventurous life. The thing is that in the study that I told you about, the majority of those that wrote letters never even sent the letters. Only 23% of those actually sent them. But the power is not in giving someone a letter expressing gratitude. The power is exploring the gratitude that is in your mind, that is inside of you, exploring that and putting it out on paper and fleshing it out and thinking through the gratitude that you have inside of you. That means just exploring that was enough for those individuals to feel better and get better. They didn't even have to send them. And furthermore, it increased over time. That means it was not just a one and done. I write the letter now, and then I feel better now, and then I move forward with my life. I'm constantly having to write 100 letters a week. Even if you did, it'd still be worth it, but that's not what happened. What happened is that it actually increased over time. Furthermore, they followed up 3 months after the study with these individuals, and they gave them an MRI. And what they found surprised the researchers. With those that were the attitude of gratitude group, they found more activity in the prefrontal cortex. That is the part of the brain that's associated with learning and development and memory. This suggests that attitude of gratitude has a much longer lasting impact than we originally thought. It's not just a feel good for today and back to normal tomorrow, but actually will affect us, it changes our brains for the positive for the long term. This is powerful. It means that we have more control over our brain health and our outlook and our depression and anger and our thoughts and feelings. We have more control over it than we ever thought imaginable. I urge you to roll in an attitude of gratitude or gratitude exercises into your daily life. I'm not saying there's a silver bullet this is not going to heal you or cause some radical change in your life, but it could cause a significant improvement for something that's low cost. And at the end of the day, if you write a letter expressing gratitude to someone, you give it to them, you can actually help two people. You can help yourself have a better outlook on life, and you can show appreciation and really uplift someone else that might need it. And although I don't write letters of gratitude, I do try to express my gratitude with my friends and family. I do pray for my friends and family. I am active in my church. I'm active with my family. I do try to serve others. And I do this all because of my faith in Jesus Christ. I thank God for what I'm able to currently do. I pray that God would give me the ability to stay healthy and do more. And I pray that I continue to have an attitude of gratitude no matter what it is that I'm facing. And I know it is hard. Whenever I'm faced with a physical or medical setback, It's the first thing that gets hit. I truly believe it's an attack. My mental health is the first thing that goes as soon as I feel that something is not right or I feel that something is wrong. I really struggle with having a positive outlook. No matter what you're facing, whether it's a mental health challenge, whether it's a physical challenge, whether it's an emotional challenge, I pray that God guides you through it. I remind you to have an attitude of gratitude, have a positive outlook, and use the opportunity, if you can, to not only be encouraged for yourself, but also encourage others along the way. I hope you have an amazing day.